Hello there, Tom Holyby with Ashgar Defense. I want to talk about a weird phenomena that I've noticed on the internet recently. And that is the declaration of dangerous instructors. So bear with me here. There's instructors out there that take themselves pretty seriously, and they'll every once in a while come across reels or videos of something that they don't understand, and they'll declare that instructor, so instructor X, is dangerous as decreed by instructor Y. And I always thought that this was interesting because instructor X, almost 100% of the time, is teaching something worth listening to. Almost 100% of the time, instructor X, who gets called dangerous by instructor Y, is teaching something you should be paying attention to. But here's the kicker. Instructor Z is teaching some reckless, crazy shit. Like, whoa, ain't nobody doing that. And you know what the weird thing is? Instructor Y doesn't talk about instructor Z. Instructor Y doesn't pay any attention to instructor Z because that's some reckless shit. But they pay an awful lot of attention to instructor X for some reason. And every time I've looked into this dangerous instructor, it's always good information, solidly built, well contexted. Like, the information is really good if you spend more than 5 seconds thinking about it. Like, more than 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know it's not 5 seconds, but there you go. Oh my God. So it's a weird kind of out that instructor Y likes to do. And instructor Y can have any sort of title. This is a grand list. It's like former military, former LEO, former whatever the fuck. Instructor X is dangerous. And then I go and I look. It's like, switching hands is dangerous? Since when? Using cover and not sticking half your body out to take a shot is dangerous? Since when? It's a weird out that these dudes do. And my guess is because they're actually just, instructor Y is actually just a really shitty instructor that is just using his laurels to bamboozle people into thinking he has a skill set. That's actually going to be my main guess on this. Is it's a bamboozling. It's a selling of snake oil. It's smoke and mirrors. If you think of this as chka, and you think that was really good, therefore I am a good instructor. Always be careful. I'm always careful when I see these dudes and they'll say like, be careful of instructor X, or you see this technique, it's dangerous. And then they can't articulate why it's dangerous, right? Like, it's gun training. Like, anything you do that involves this in your hand is dangerous. As soon as it came out of the holster, when it was in the holster, if it's a SIG 320, or any gun for that matter, it's a dangerous activity. This became dangerous immediately. So I'm never sure. And so I'll, ask these people to articulate. And it's the weirdest thing because they'll switch over to liberal mindset and they'll go, well, if I have to explain it, that's just because you're too stupid. Okay, but I need you to explain it to me. How is this dangerous? Exactly what about what was being said? Well, context doesn't mean anything. It does. It kind of really does. Is he doing this because he's in a helicopter? Is he teaching this because there's context for a reason? It's almost as if there have been a wide variety of violent situations throughout the history of the world that kind of gave birth to this idea. So I would like to know what the context is, and I would like to know what your objection to this is. Well, it's just dangerous, and in all my years of anecdotal evidence, I say it's dangerous. Okay, but those aren't argumentations. Anyone who's watched a debate before knows that that's not an argument, that's a fallacy. Well, I'm a Delta LEO, whatever the fuck. It's like, that's argument from, I can't remember what it's called. Argument from expertise or something like that. Anyways, it's always kind of struck me as odd because these aren't arguments. These aren't reasons why I shouldn't take this class. And if anything, all you've successfully done is told me, as the potential customer, the potential student, is that I should not train with instructor Y because they are a dumb person who just happens to be really good with a gun. I don't know. I don't know why they out themselves like that. But so far, it's 10 for 10. Every time I look, every time someone says it, and I go and I look, quality stuff, and I look, why is it bad? No explanation. And then they start making shit up. Well, you see, in frame rate of 2.218, he put his finger somewhere that I don't feel comfortable with. It's like, but you weren't there. You don't know where the camera angles are. You don't know where people are standing. You don't know this information. Are you just guessing? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Instructor Y likes to out himself like that. I don't know. But now I really want to go train with Instructor X just because it might piss off Instructor Y. And I would recommend people not train with Instructor Y. And here's the more important crux to it all. And this is why you shouldn't be training with Instructor Y, why you ought not. Instructor Y does not have the vernacular skill set to de-escalate himself out of a paper bag. I don't know if this needs to come as shocking news to anyone, but as a civilian, your medical bills, if you get hurt, are on you. Your legal defense, should this shooting go awry, are on you. So I don't know why we're taking lessons from a guy who can't de-escalate. Well, because he was a military or he was a LEO. And it's like, okay, so medical bills and legal fees covered, medical bills and legal fees covered. Why? I want to be learning from people who can articulate information to me. And that's part number 2. That's the second part to it. So the first part is they can't de-escalate, and therefore they cannot teach you how to de-escalate. So now I've not gained this valuable, and I would argue more valuable information. And they can't teach, which means likely I will have to come back to get a full class. That's paying twice for the same thing. That's like buying a car and then having to come back later to buy the engine. You see where this is problematic. It's like, I can throw big $12 college words at you, and if you don't learn from it, then all I've done is rob you of your hard-earned money. So, I don't know. It's just a weird little thing that I've noticed, and I kind of figured it needed some cautioning. I'll be honest with you. If you want the simplest answer on where to find an instructor near you, bulletin.net is really the only resource out there. Because I know that the cats who run that website have actually met and trained with and verified almost every instructor on that website as quality instructors. So when I say that every instructor that exists and lists themselves on bulletin.net, with exception to myself, of course, I am not a quality instructor. But all our other guys are top-notch dudes. So really, this is just kind of like an advertisement, I guess, for bulletin.net. Save yourself some money. Spend your money on quality instructors that actually know how to teach, not just how to shoot. It's kind of important that your instructor can do both. All right? I hope this helps someone out there. Have a good one. Bye.